Today on Chasing the Sun, an iconic event returns to Panama City Beach. We'll follow Captain Justin and the crew of the Ellie B while they fish for cash and glory.
Yeah, let's go! Woo! Here we are at Bay Point Marina. This is the Bay Point Billfish Open, y'all. It's game time now. We're gonna ride out here and do some blue water fishing, hopefully catch some big tunas, wahoos, dolphin, and maybe even a marlin. Yeah, look at that! There he is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Chasing the Sun is brought to you by Holiday Inn Resort, Panama City Beach. Humminbird, simply, clearly better. Florida Water Sports. Get all you need for the water at fws.fish. Minn Kota. And by Pirates Cove Marina. You enjoy the Gulf, we'll take care of the rest.
Here we are at Bay Point Marina. This is the Bay Point Billfish Open, y'all. This used to be the biggest tournament on the Gulf Coast, and it's been missing for a few years, but it's back now. If you want to see some big fish weighed in, have a really good time, you ought to get out here and see what we do for the kickoff party, because we got music, big crowd, all these boats. It's really the biggest social event in this region of the year. It was so cool just walking into the captain's meeting and seeing all the captain and crew of all these big sport fish teams for the first time in a decade since we've had this Bay Point tournament. You could feel that excitement building. Everybody in that room is ready to get the formality over with. Let's hear the rules. Let's get out there and get on the boats and go fishing. It's game time now. You know, we had the kickoff party last night, had an awesome time. We're gonna jump on the Ellie B. Got an awesome local crew here. This is the morning we're heading out, so y'all come on with us. We're gonna ride out here and do some blue water fishing, hopefully catch some big tunas, wahoos, dolphin, and maybe even a marlin, so let's see. You know, it's always interesting how these teams get put together, because you know, you need a certain kind of crew. You know, you're gonna spend a lot of time together.
I was excited when Jason called me and asked me to be part of the team this weekend, because these guys take it to a whole nother level.
Just ready to get it going, get underway.
We could be out on the water for 3 days, day and night, without coming back in. So we have to make sure we have everything iced off, plenty of food and drinks for everybody. You know, we're rigging lures. We're taking a lot of these natural baits like ballyhoo and Spanish mackerel and mullet, and we're actually rigging them where we control them. You know, we have natural baits that we can chunk with, just different methods, because there's no tackle stores 100 miles offshore. What you take with you is what you have. With Jason and all Jason's network of friends, he's really good at coordinating the right group. And you think about it, if you take 10 guys and you put them on a boat together and send them offshore in a confined area together for 3 solid days,
That'd be just right.
Man, that's a lot of weird chemistry going on. Hey Dennis, what do y'all got? The only one thing we can't prepare at the dock is live bait, because these baits need to live in like really clean flowing water to stay alive. So we have bait guys here that catch these baits ahead of time, and then they sell them to us on their way out. I did think it was kind of funny. Okay, I'm a fishing guide. I buy bait from these guys regularly. I know their pricing schedule. Can I get a 20 back? And it seemed a little different on this day. All right, we're gonna get back in the lineup with the rest of the boats now. We stopped and bought some bait. And it might sound crazy, these hardtails, we paid $100 for a dozen of them. But when you got this much money on the line, really $100 is, I mean, Jason's been throwing $100 bills out faster than he can even see them. All right, I want you to tell me what your side bet on the dock was.
We got a brown bag special based on heaviest fish, whether that's a big tuna, big marlin, big mop.
Yeah, whatever the heaviest meat fish. And that might be worth more than the weigh-in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So once we get our live bait on the boat and we come through the pass, we're starting to work our way westward down the beach. I mean, it's just such a cool sight, and I cannot even explain the energy. We got 60-something boats lined up down the beach right here, and we're about to blast off. And when I say blast off, if you knew how many thousands of horsepower are about to head south in the Gulf, it's pretty impressive. So this is a cool way to leave, and y'all wish us luck. Here we go. Yeah, let's go! Woo! There we go. To see that many sport fishers heading offshore at the same time together, that's actually the first time I've ever seen that style of a shotgun start.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping everybody took notes because that was really cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be on a shotgun start
Yeah.
tournament, so that was a bucket lister. And then maybe the beach surf fishers, they got some better bite.
Yeah.
We blowed all the bait up
I
there onto
guess
the
so.
beach.
We apologize to all the smaller boats that happen to be in that. Our game plan is basically going to be to open water fish. And we say it's open water fishing, but in reality, we've seen an edge on that satellite imagery.
It's not checking your phone to see if the wind's blowing out of the west or the east or a light chance of rain. They're looking at water clarity, imagery map, live data.
We're looking for those little signs of life. Where does this push of blue water push against green water? You have a color change. You're going to congregate life there. And those types of situations are going to let us know what type of fish we're most likely to encounter. We're talking about dolphin, wahoo, tunas, and marlin, and all those species could be in any of these areas. You know, if it looks like we're trolling fast, it's all relative. We're trolling about 6.5, 7 knots, which is fast for a lot of species. But for these types of fish, they can swim 20, 30 miles an hour. A lure or a bait that's swimming at 6 or 7 miles an hour is pretty easy to catch, actually. So we try to troll at a speed where our baits look the best. We've seen an edge on that satellite imagery. We have coordinates to where the satellite image says that is. It's going to take us close, but it's not going to take us right to it. So generally, our game plan is going to be to get in that area. We're going to get the outriggers laid out. We're going to start off just open water trolling. We're going to get a bunch of lures out there, and that way we can cover a lot of water. It's really nice when you get in that area, you haven't found that edge you're looking for yet, you just get set up, start trolling, and to get a big bite like that right out of the gates, man, you talk about taking the pressure off. We were kind of thinking big wahoo, because it stayed up on the bait, but never stuck a bill out of the water. But now it's starting to scope up to the surface like we might see something jump. Come on, baby. Typically when we're out here blue water fishing, we're just having fun. And of course, fishing's always fun, but I'd be lying if I didn't say the mood is a little different when you know there's hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. Still haven't seen this fish, but we feel like it's gonna be a blue. Keeps coming up to the surface like it's gonna come jump. Oh, here he goes again. Take it off. All right, well, my big jump here. Let's go. Let's go, big on the way. He's coming back at us. You know, we have a very experienced crew, but the problem out here in these tournaments, everybody does. So it's kind of an even playing field. This is such a team sport, y'all. You have everything lined up against you. You have this giant fish. He jumps, he runs, he's doing everything he can to get away. It's just the ultimate team experience. A blue marlin is a different creature. It is just an amazing trophy of a fish. So we know if we're going to release that fish or if we have to release that fish, we want to make sure that we release them in good health. We knew this fish when it was coming up to the boat could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was so pleased to see how this crew all worked together. We got the fish measured.
Not legal.
if that fish was just a couple inches longer, we could have put them on the boat with us, brought them back to the scales, and you know, it would have been worth a lot of money. But the fish was a couple inches short, so we get a clean release on it. We still get points for the release division, and we just got started.
I mean, it was a great fish.
Yeah.
It was a great fish. He was right there.
When we left the dock, wahoo fishing was definitely on our radar. That was kind of probably our #1 on the list. So we changed our spread up and strategized really for that wahoo bite. And our first pass by there, bam.
Yeah, a real good one. It's steady reel.
Nice. Everybody walk.
There we go, boys. There we go, boys. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Stuck in your job.
We knew it was a good wahoo. You know, we didn't weigh it, but we put it in the boat. We're 2 hours out, and we're 2 hours in, and we've got two of what we came to do. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that those 2 bites right there, that's what they're looking for throughout the entire 3-day tournament. So this feels really good. And we get a couple bites right off, really good quality bites. And honestly, these wahoos that we start off catching, these are the size fish that can win these tournaments. Jason's son Bear was with us, and so he's in the junior angler category. So we wanted him to catch some fish that he could weigh in.
That might be a jack or something.
You could see in his eyes, like, "It's gonna be my fish, Dad," or "What are we doing here?" You know, that was fun to see.
I got color. Back up. Yeah. Go with Bear!
That thing in. How old are you, Bear? 10 years old. That's his biggest fish on this boat. He's caught about everything that swims, though.
We stayed in the wahoo pretty heavy. We had several more bites that day and put fish in the box. Jason's son, I think he put 3 in the box that day. He was wore out, you know.
You know, there's an excitement that builds through the morning as you watch that sun just starting to break over the horizon, and you know you have a full day to fish. We're in some really productive water, and the water's just beautiful. We're just kind of easing up to where we had left off the day before, and I see this big log. And anytime you see something like that, especially way offshore, it's usually got life on it.
A lot of what people don't get is just multiple lines out, lures out. You know, this guy's cleaning up the left, this guy's cleaning up the right. You know, you're pulling in. Yeah.
I mean, it's basically organized chaos.
Yeah.
Just walk to your right. Walk to your right. There you go. There you got him.
We're literally trolling 8 lines at a time with hooks, and then we have multiple dredges, teasers. Sometimes we're pulling, you know, teasers out of the riggers. Those big dredges have, you know, 20 or 30 different teasers on them. So to get all that stuff out of the way where we can go chase down this one fish, it takes a lot of, I would say, organization, but it really isn't. It's not like something we planned. Again, this is having the right people on the boat. When everybody jumps into action, you don't have to tell each person what to do, but everybody's helping, you know, to get things cleared so we can go catch that fish. You know, what can be described sometimes as like slow action, gotta be patient, wait for your bites, really wasn't that way. I mean, at some points now, I will say during the middle of the day, sometimes you hit that little midday lull, but for the most part in the mornings and afternoons, it was like organized chaos.
Double. Hey, the Ben's got the big fish, whatever it is. You got a wahoo. That's a who right there. Or barracuda. I think it's a cuda. It's a cuda. Get him in.
Cuda, get him over the side, get him off. Hey, here comes the line on.
Do you think you can lead them around alongside a little bit so we don't have to gap them coming in the transom? Yeah, there it comes. Here,
Oh yeah, look at that blue head.
Good dolphin, man.
Good dog feed here, Joey.
Keep going, Joey. Keep going with him.
Good dolphin! Yeah, boy.
Let's go, baby!
Yes. Yeah, boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Good job, Tiger. The game ain't over yet, baby.
Right there on your neck.
You know, we're steadily clicking along. I mean, everybody's doing their part. Everybody's helping for one common goal. We're trying to put as many and as big of these fish in the boat as we can. We're having a good time doing it. And before you know it, it's time to start packing up, getting ready to head in. You've been so busy, so many things going on. Your mind's running so fast, and then all of a sudden, you're riding in. Your work's done. You've done all you can do. During that ride in, I think everybody got quiet, everybody kind of chilled out a little bit because we knew when we got to the scales, there was a good chance we were gonna get up there, weigh some fish, get on the leaderboard.
And Justin and Stuckey. Welcome back to the marina, ladies and gentlemen. The captain and crew of Ellie B.
It's a lot of fun getting the whole crowd up there on stage, the whole crew together, and then looking out over this giant crowd of spectators and having everybody there watching us weigh in, having Bear get up there and weigh in as a junior angler. The one thing that changes on Saturday night is all those captain and crew and anglers, well, the tournament's over, so now the party's on.
Chasing the Sun has been brought to you by Minn Kota, Florida Water Sports. Get all you need for the water at fws.fish. Holiday Inn Resort, Panama City Beach. Humminbird, simply, clearly better. And by Pirates Cove Marina. You enjoy the Gulf, we'll take care of the rest.
You know, the Bay Point Billfish Tournament has always been the social event of the year.
It was the greatest tournament on the Gulf Coast.
We need to hear the cheers on this one.
The Bay Point Invitational was the social event of the summer. When it ended in 2012, there was not a hole in my life. I don't want to go that far, but something was missing. Scott Rossman and Jay met at church one day, I think, and they were talking about it after church, and John Warren came out there one day. I said, man, we need to get this tournament back going. He says, well, I'm in. And then we kind of all got together. So it was a natural kind of cohesion that the four of us, once we got together, we said, hey, this is the right group. Let's get the ball rolling.
156.1 pounds. Now the record here at the Bay Point Billfish Open.
It's a big deal to see the boat parade, you know, and we really wanted to accentuate the entire beach. Also letting the people that don't have a chance to fish see what it's really like. And then when you see 60 boats, those big boats at one time in a half-a-mile stretch taking off, and you can see them for, 20 minutes.
You can come out here on the piers and see that big start where everybody blasts out, and just the sheer horsepower and just, big diesel burning boats taking off, spreading out. That's a neat way to start. And you couldn't have scripted it up better than what we had this year.
It was
to have one of our hometown boys
It was perfect.
go out there and catch that fish, and then some drama with them trying to get it back in, having boat issues.
It all worked out, man.
We've been running one engine for 2 hours, and they were steering the boat with a pair of vice grips, okay?
And it worked out. You could not have scripted this year or last year to be any better.
I mean, you could write a movie about how this ended.
You could do the movie about that.
Yes, I mean, and when they got that big fish in, and we got to hang them up, and to have the whole community there to see it and celebrate it, that was probably one of the most special events this county will ever see.
Yes, that'll be a year we never forget for sure.
It was a perfect way for the Bay Point Billfish Open to re-enter Bay County.
That is correct. We could not have asked for a better time. I mean, and I just hope that it'll just continue to get better and better, bigger and bigger, and we really look forward to it.
Although the guys weighed in some great fish, they placed just out of the money with 4th and 5th heaviest wahoo and 4th heaviest dolphin, missing the 3rd place prize by 0.2 pounds. We'll see you guys next year.